Well, peace in, peace in, peace in. Welcome to another edition of On the Cutting Room Floor. I'm the host, Tony Ray Harvey, and we are podcasting live here from the Greenhaven Pocket area. So I want to thank y'all for stopping in. Here another digital commentary about the Sacramento Kings. So let's jump right into it. The Sacramento Kings lost tonight on the road in Los Angeles to the Clippers, 104-88. After a 3-day layoff. So the Kings, they fall to 8-8 on the season. They're 500. They're 4-4 on the road. So that would make it, I think ever since November 4th and 6th, the last time that they won 2 straight games, they just been trading barred punches ever since. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So, but tonight was a really rough outing. Yes, they did have Domantas Sabonis and DeMar DeRozan back in the lineup. Yeah, but some poor shooting performance pretty much done them in. And started beginning of the first quarter. So the Los Angeles Clippers, they moved to 10-7 on the season. They won 7 straight at home at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, and they have won 4 in a row. And they have won their first game in the in-season tournament. The Kings is now 0-2 in the in-season tournament, so things not looking good on in that aspect. But really, I'm not even concerned about the in-season tournament right now. I'm really concerned about the Sacramento Kings because. I understand, tonight, getting those 2 key players back. Hopefully you'll get Malik Monk back soon. But having those 2 key players back tonight, they're starters anyway, that, they got to get back into the rhythm. They have to get back into the flow. But that was really, really a tough game. And now, you have 2 more here at home, and they're back-to-back games. So you will be facing the Brooklyn Nets on Sunday, November 24th, and then Monday, November 25th, you will have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's doing really well in the Western Conference. Hopefully I can pull up their status here in the Western Conference. So, yeah. Yes, the Sacramento Kings really had a tough time. And as usual, because the Clippers were short too, they don't have Paul George, and of course, they didn't have Norman Powell for tonight. He's out with a hamstring ailment. Other people step up when it comes to the Sacramento Kings, and I would have to say tonight, that would be Derrick Jones Jr. and Kevin Porter Jr., who really stepped up big for the Clippers tonight. So when I look at the box score, look at here. DeMar DeRozan, he has 16 points, 6 for 19 shooting from the floor. He missed all 5 of his shots in 3-point territory. He was 4 for 8 from the free throw line. That is not a typical DeMar DeRozan performance in that area. He did have 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and he played 36 minutes. Keegan Murray played 40 minutes tonight. 4 for 11, 2 for 5 in 3-point territory. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 10 points. So a little bit of an improvement from the last game against Atlanta. At least on the offensive end, he's always doing great on the defensive end. So I'm not even going to mess with Keegan. We definitely want to see an uptick in the offensive output as far as production. But 4 for 11, 36% shooting from the floor. 2 for 5, 3-point territory, 40%. Yeah, we know you can do better than that, but the whole team is struggling. Domantas Sabonis, 9 of 17 shooting from the floor, 53% shooting from the floor. He made 2 of 5 shots in 3-point territory. He made all 4 of his free throws. 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 24 points. That's what he finished with. The high man, as usual, De'Aaron Fox. 10 for 20 shooting from the field. 1 for 7 behind the arc. 8 for 10 shooting at the free throw line. He finished with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 29 points in 42 minutes. 42 minutes. I really don't think that this young man should be playing that many minutes, as well as Mike Brown and his coaching staff. But we did have this discussion the other day at the practice facility about whether or not he trusts the facility. It seemed like Mike was getting there. He was getting there, but probably what he saw in that first half, not a lot of things coming together. He just reverted back to his old ways, at least with these 2 particular players. So you had 3 players. 3 players who played 40 or more minutes, including Keegan, Domantas, and De'Aaron. Keon played 16 minutes. Trey Lyles played 18 minutes. Jordan McLaughlin, he played 7 minutes. He only took 1 shot that whole time, but oh boy, it's really tough. One interesting, significant thing tonight, since everybody else getting the opportunities, Kobe Jones had his opportunity tonight. He entered the game in the second quarter. Okay, he made 1 3, followed that up with a layup. He did his part on defense. So I understand that Mike was looking for some two-way action going on there, offensive and defensively. So why not give him a shot? Why not give him a shot? Okay, and I'm pretty sure, he'll probably use him a little bit more, going in. Well, we'll see when Malik Monk come back, though. But Kobe Jones should have had his opportunity, and he did take advantage of it. That's one of the good parts. So the Kings were 32 for 83 shooting from the floor, 38%. 7 for 35, 3-point territory, 20%. So I'm not saying that they fell back into their ways as far as 3-point shooting, but 7 3-pointers is not going to do it. You were held under 100 points. Matter of fact, you were held under 90 points. You only produced 88 points. Now, the Clippers didn't do much better in shooting from the floor themselves or beyond the arc themselves, but they did an excellent job at the free throw line. At one point, they were like 13 for 13. So that pretty much what kept them in. The Kings ended up with, that's not mistaken, that looked like, oh my goodness, 15 turnovers. 15 turnovers. The Kings are averaging 13 turnovers a game, through 16 games. He gave up 15 tonight. When on the other end, the Clippers are averaging 17 turnovers a game. And they ended up with 12 turnovers. So they were 5 below their average. And as I said, they didn't shoot that much better anyway. With 39 for 94 shooting from the floor, 41%, 10 for 42 behind the arc, 23%, 16 for 16 at the free throw line. Okay. 16 for 16 at the free throw line. And James Harden made 10 of those. He made all 10 of the shots at the charity stripe. So there it is there. Matter of fact, James Harden led the Clippers with 22 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 block. He was 5 for 18 shooting from the field, 27%. He made 20% of his threes. He was 2 for 10 shooting 3-pointers, 10 for 10 at the free throw line. 36 minutes. 36 minutes. But when I look at, Amir Coffey, 11 points, Derrick Jones, 17 points, and Kevin Porter Jr. coming off the bench, 14 points, that makes a really big difference. Because it's one of those ongoing sagas when it comes to the Kings playing players. Not necessarily shorter players or stars or anything like that. someone always going to pop up and step up. And when they get those opportunities, I'm talking about the opposing team players, when they get those opportunities, they seem not to waste them. That's the way you do things. That's how you operate. That's called being a professional, being ready and being a professional. So I have to give them credit for that effort. So, but I'll tell you one thing, talking about giving credit, which Mike Brown did during the post-game interview, he looked a little bit dispirited tonight. And I haven't really seen him with that look in a long time. He really looked dispirited tonight after this game. And he explained a little bit about that, tonight, losing players in transitions, not boxing out, not paying attention to those little details. And that pretty much what took care of the Kings tonight. They took care of themselves because this was another opportunity to win a game and maybe start have a little streak going on. But lost 2 straight now. So that's basketball. That is basketball. They like I said, they will have Brooklyn in a couple days. On the 24th at Golden One Center. Okay, and hopefully Malik Monk will be available for that game. We'll see. Sacramento Kings. I'm not giving up on this team. I still think, there's a will and there's a way. But, 8-8, at this point, still a lot of basketball left, but you're on course to finish 41-41. And that will not guarantee a play-in or a playoff spot in the Western Conference at this point, with so many teams being over 500. I think the numbers came back. There were 12 teams before tonight's game on the East Coast and the West Coast. There were 12 teams in the Western Conference over 500. That's just how tough it is. There's not much room between each other, meaning one loss could put you in a pretty bad situation, a really bad situation. Got to get this win against Brooklyn. I know Jordi Fernandez, who was the associated coach last year with the Sacramento Kings, as he had been for the last 2 seasons. He's coming in with his team. His team is 6-10, the Brooklyn Nets, and they want to get something for him. They want to get that victory coming in there for him. So, and he's a really great guy, really great coach, and I wish him well there in the New York and the Big Apple State, whatever they call it, but in Brooklyn. So we'll see what happened there. But Kings, you don't have that much room to be losing any more games at this point. I'm not saying at this point. It's just you have to get together and first get a win and try to string together some wins. I think everybody already know that. That's where we are right now with this team. You can't be trading punches. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. I know it's been tough. They went 2-2 at homestand, and 3 of their key players were mostly out, during that time. But why can't we have big performances from Sacramento King reserve as other teams do when they play the Kings and they're undermanned? Why can't that happen? Think about that. And I would say at this point, because they, at least from the bench, Sacramento Kings bench, a lot of those guys were getting time out on the floor. They was getting a feel for the floor. And it looked like they could be effective. But yes. Yes, that's it. So let's provide a recap here. In the first quarter, the Clippers got on a 20-1 run in the first quarter. Okay, and they ended up with a 28-12 lead. The Kings did jump out, I think, with an 8-2 lead. Okay, and then that was pretty much it for them for the first quarter. They only scored 12 points. I mean, it was 26-12 at the end of the first 12 minutes. The Kings scored 12 points in the first quarter. And if you want to parlay it all the way back to the last game in Atlanta, that fourth quarter, where they only scored 15 points. Atlanta scored 20 points in that quarter, but they won the game. Okay, the Kings scored 15 points in that fourth quarter. Then you follow that up, you blend it into this game on the road, 12 points. Well, and then they come back and they score 17 points in the second quarter. Okay, poor start in that first quarter though. They were 4 for 21 shooting from the floor, 1 for 9 behind the arc, 5 turnovers. The Clippers were not that much better. They were 9 for 25 shooting from the floor at 36%, 1 for 11 3-point territory, but 7 for 7 at the free throw line. 7 for 7 at the free throw line. Okay. So like I said, in the second quarter, Kobe Jones, he entered the game. He made a three, he made a layup, but the Clips were able to build up a 51-26 lead on 2 free throws by Derrick Jones Jr., and they led 51-29 at the half. Okay. Once again, the Kings only scored 17 points in that second quarter. All right. And at the half, they were 10 for 41 shooting from the floor at 24%. 2 for 17 shooting in 3-point territory at 11.8%. They had 7 turnovers in the first half. So that means they had 8 turnovers in the second half. Okay, moving on to the third quarter. The Kings were able to cut the lead 51-58 on a 3-pointer by Domantas, but the Clippers went out and they led 76-64 after 3 quarters. So at the end of 3 quarters, they were leading 76-64. Now in that fourth quarter, it got interesting. Okay, Domas got a dunk that cut the Clippers lead 96-88 at the 2:46 mark. There's only 2:46 left in the game in the final frame. But the Clippers closed out the game with an 8-0 run. Boom, it's over. It's over. 104-88. I'm not going to keep you folks all night. But I do want to thank you for stopping in. As always, I love you. So I do want you to come back here. Hopefully we can see some more wins, and I'll be a little bit more energetic than I have been. I'm still a little energetic now. It's just kind of just kind of disturbing when you see something like that type of performance. And Mike even said it after the game. It's probably the worst first half that he has seen since he's been here. I would like to call it, the half from. No, I'm not going to say that. the half from Sam Houston, let's say that, because that was a pretty bad first half. They did fight back in the second half, but they came up short. So let's see, what happens here. But they got a back-to-back coming up Sunday and Monday. Okay, and the coach that used to coach here, he's going to want to come in here and win. Okay, Oklahoma City Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they're going to want to come in here and win. Go to one center. They want to get those victories here. But I still think the Sacramento Kings can pull it out. Okay, they got their core back. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a different team than we did tonight back here go to one center on Sunday. They'll be ready. But whether they win the game or not, that's on them. Once again, folks, I appreciate y'all coming in there. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button. This is your first time, please hit the like button. Okay, like I said before, if I'm speaking to 20 viewers, 40 viewers, 60 viewers, or 100 viewers, I appreciate you all. Okay, but I do want to get those numbers up the best way I can. The only time you will hear from me is when the Kings are on the road, because at the Kings games, I'm running back from both locker rooms and both the opposing team and the Kings coaches press conference. I don't have time to, post a digital commentary. Maybe I will on one of these games. It depends on the situation. But for the most part, I will be here for the road game. So understand that. So I want to wish you all a good evening, good night, peace, love, and solidarity.